We've all been taught that being nice means putting others first, never saying no, and always being accommodating. But what if I told you that some of the ways we try to be nice are actually very harmful, not just to us, but even to the people we are trying to be nice to? There is a big difference between being nice and being kind. Being nice often comes from a place of fear of disappointing others, fear of being seen as selfish, fear of conflict. But being kind, on the other hand, comes from a place of love and respect for yourself and for others. And that's exactly what we are going to talk about today, because this nice person behavior is keeping you stuck, is draining your energy, and it's time to break free from that pattern. I know a lot of you guys watching this are the ones who will do anything for others. You support, you show up, even when it means sacrificing your own needs. And maybe I understand why. Maybe you've struggled before and you never want someone else to feel the pain you felt. So you go out of your way to help, to care, to be there. But yet, no one seems to do the same for you. And probably you ask yourself, why does it feel like the more I give, the less people appreciate it? And I struggled with this for years before I finally understood the answer. When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, not even yourself. When you constantly prioritize others at the expense of your own well-being, you send a message, whether you realize it or not, that your needs, your boundaries, and your feelings don't matter. And unfortunately, people start to believe that message. They start expecting more, giving less, and eventually taking you for granted. You end up trading your own peace, your own energy, your own authenticity for something that is just not worth it. And let's be honest, why are we doing this in the first place? What are we really chasing? Maybe validation, approval, a sense of belonging. If you are being real with yourself, you probably already know the answer. The truth is that when you live for other people's approval, you start making yourself smaller just to fit in. And the scary part is that after a while, it's not even about being nice anymore. It's about being real. You start saying yes when you want to say no. You start agreeing with things that you don't actually believe. And you stay quiet when you should speak up. And worst of all, you start forgetting who you actually are because you are too busy being who you think people want you to be. How I explained in the beginning, being nice often means doing things because you want something in return. Maybe it's affirmation, maybe it's approval, maybe it's just to avoid conflict. But being kind, that comes from the heart, because when you are kind, you give because you want to, not because you are hoping for praise or validation. And if we are real with ourselves, just think about it. Do you actually trust someone who agrees with you in everything? Someone who never speaks their mind? Someone who pretends to like everyone? No, because deep down you know that it's not real. So here is my challenge to you. Stop trying to please everyone. Stop bending over backward for people who wouldn't do the same for you. Stop saying yes when your heart is screaming no. Stop shrinking yourself just to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. And most importantly, stop seeking validation from people who don't even notice the effort that you are putting in. You could give them your time, your energy, your love, and they still won't value it the way you hope they will. Not because you are not worth it, but because people will only respect you as much as you respect yourself. And if you keep putting yourself last, they will believe that that is exactly where you belong. It's time to put yourself first. not in a selfish way, but in a self-respecting way, in a way that says, I matter too, my needs, my boundaries, my happiness, they all matter, and I won't sugarcoat it. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel even guilty. You might second guess yourself. You might even fear that people will get upset when you stop being their yes person. And honestly, some of them will, but that's okay. The right people, the ones who truly love and respect you, won't leave just because you started respecting yourself. And the ones who do leave, they were never really there for you. They were there for what you could do for them, because when you stop living for other people's approval, you take your power back. You stop waiting for permission to be yourself. You stop feeling responsible for other people's happiness, and you will realize something life-changing. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to be concerned with yours. So starting today, choose authenticity over approval, choose peace over people pleasing, choose you. Stand up for yourself even if your voice changes, set boundaries even if it makes others uncomfortable, say no without explaining yourself, stop apologizing for taking up space, for having an opinion, for being who you are, because you are not here to make everyone else comfortable. You are here to stop falling into the person you were meant to be. And when you do, you will see how freeing it feels to live a life in your own terms, not controlled by fear, guilt, or the need to be liked, but guided by self-respect and true confidence. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I have so much more content coming your way to help you step into your most authentic, powerful, and unstoppable self. So thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.